Welcome back to Coming This Summer. We're going to jump right into this.
We did it. A better late than never.
On time.
On time edition. Yeah, the on-time special
of
better late than never.
One of our newer year resolutions as we roll into March already that we're finally getting into.
You still haven't seen Black Panther
I saw it
yet.
7
you
times.
went
I saw
last
it 7
night.
times. I didn't tell you that.
You went last night. No, you
so
didn't.
let's
We
talk
would've done
about
a review.
Antman Quantumania.
Yeah, we went last night in theaters. There was not a lot of people in the theater. I like talking about the theater experience a little bit.
But it was
first.
nice.
Yeah.
It was,
It was casual. Yeah, it was definitely a nice viewing.
And I want to jump right into the fact that I think the hate for the movie is overblown by
There's a general consensus on the internet that the movie's bad, and I can say it's not bad.
No way.
It's not by any means bad.
No,
it's fucking it's not even good. It's better than good.
Great.
It's great. It's not amazing. It's not fantastic. You know, it's really
in my
fucking
opinion,
good.
It was probably better than every Phase 4 movie, minus Spider-Man.
Yeah, that doesn't really count. That was like
it doesn't really count.
League.
I mean, like Shang-Chi was close and funness,
really yeah.
But this. Oh, we got a lot to dig into, and
this blue Shang-Chi.
This will be spoilers. Probably
we'll do spoiler-free maybe
as
for the first 10 minutes, and then we'll hard go into spoilers. We got to tell people when we're going into spoilers. But what do you think? Give your general opinion of the entire movie.
I think it was one of the most fun MCU movies that they've ever made, and it was one of the most comic book.
That's what I was gonna say too. Yeah,
that's ever been
the comic
made.
Book. Yeah, it's the most superhero comic.
It felt like
book.
you opened up Shrek style a comic book and got sucked into the comic book.
Yeah,
and you got to watch this ridiculousness.
You could see
happen.
almost like the panels. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm almost surprised they didn't do that at one point.
Some of the cuts. Yeah.
No, this was Multiverse of Madness without being Multiverse of Madness. This is what Doctor Strange 2 wishes it was.
Well, what it billed itself as.
It was trying to be. Yeah,
right.
On paper. Yeah, because this has, so they go to the Quantumverse. Kang is the big bad, right? We all know this.
I don't think that's spoiling it.
That's not spoiling it. So,
he's on the poster.
So the Quantumverse is basically just this CGI mess of gobbledygook and storms and CGI mess. We could literally make it with probably the set we had. If we had the access to those backgrounds, we could make
probably
Antman
at least a chunk.
Quantumania. Yeah. At least a bulk of the scenes. Yeah. If I had access to all those resources.
Soon.
Bar those, yeah. When I have access to all those resources.
Now
I covered it. Weird cut, but we're back. No, I had a blast watching the movie. There was a lot of fun bits.
Yeah, it's lighthearted like the other two. You're pretty much smiling and laughing through 80% of it.
Even at the stuff that you think will be like a heavy scene, you're still kind of chuckling.
But appropriately. Not Thor where you're like...
But it's written as so.
Right.
Yeah.
Thor was uncomfortable because he's making jokes at someone dying of cancer right in front of him, and you're like...
But she's like, but I have cancer. Haha, bye.
This was like...
Yeah, it's so awkward, yeah.
Without, the one character that...
Well, that was a comedy writer trying to do a comedy, but with a heavy element.
That.
And Jojo Rabbit was really good because it's not a comedy. None of it is funny, even though...
It's awkward.
He's Hitler, and it's funny, but it's not.
Right.
Yeah, it's satire,
There is absolutely no way that, if you look at the overall consensus reviews, which, by the way, we will soon be on Rotten Tomatoes. That's a promise. That's coming.
That's a CTS promise.
That's coming
CTS guarantee.
Rather than later. Because we gotta try to help offset the negative wave that gets created because 3 or 4 people decide it's a good narrative to run with.
Yeah,
this was better than Thor: Love and Thunder. This was
Yeah.
better than Doctor Strange 2. Overall, on a I enjoyed myself.
An MCU
experience.
level, even too. I think this was a better MCU movie than those.
Yeah.
I think this had more Marvel to-dos.
And this was better than anything DC's done recently. This is better than the Sonyverse. I mean, and that's not just saying that. That's reality.
DC right now, we shit on it a lot. James Gunn hasn't really done anything for DC other than Suicide Squad and Peacemaker
we shit on
yet.
A lot because they keep blowing everything up.
Because they
keep
keep talking about everything, and Flash looks good, but it's horrible how it's put together. So
yeah, we got a lot of comments and messages
this,
about how much you hate Ezra Miller.
I hate Ezra Miller. So. I'll say that in every episode. Nothing will change my mind about that. This being building off of the first one and building off of even the second one and all this Antman lore
all the way
and
back
all
to
the
first
Avengers
Ant-Man.
lore. Yeah,
because they
all the way
save her
back
at the end of the first one, right?
Yeah.
Or try to, or they find out.
Well,
they allude that she's got to go
in the Quantumverse.
So, but that stuff's been
going
on already, so it's kind of
cool.
Well,
the first
one
he gets trapped in the Quantumverse, and the second one he gets the mind meld, so they know she's there,
right?
And then they go get her.
So
in this we get a whole movie with Michelle Pfeiffer.
There's the backstory of
it's
everything
amazing.
that happened during 1 and 2.
Yeah,
which is
and it
really
like fills in
cool.
the blanks. I don't get that. Yeah. Well, let's move into spoilers here because there's a lot we need to talk about spoiler wise. So go watch the fucking movie.
It's amazing.
And come back if you don't want spoilers.
On a Metacritic and Rotten Tomatoes, it's the second worst out of the 31 movies. There is not a chance in hell it is the second worst MCU movie. Not a I haven't decided where yet I'm putting it.
Captain Marvel's worse than this.
It's better than...
And Captain Marvel's got Jude Law.
I like Eternals. I don't think that was as bad as people said either, but it's better than Eternals. It's better than Captain Marvel.
This was way better than Eternals.
It's better than 3 of the 4 Thors for sure.
Yeah.
It's better than Hulk. It's better. You know what I mean? Like it's better than a lot of movies.
Guys. Yeah,
MCU movies. I don't understand the hate.
Just because the first 10 years set up all this shit doesn't mean they were all good.
Right. People look back at them and think they're amazing, but it's
when
like
Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars comes out, people will be like, "You guys remember how good Antman was, right?" Yeah.
Which let's get into that.
Okay. Spoilers now.
Jonathan Majors,
yes,
is
Kang,
one of the best actors I've ever seen in my life.
I would not be mad if Kang is the bad guy in every movie. But it's
I hope
a different
he is.
variant of
because
Kang. For every movie in Phase 5, he's a different variant.
I
would love that.
Get over
he's
how
amazing.
good he was.
Yeah.
Him and Paul Rudd
whoever
wrote
wrote this movie and Kang's dialogue is brilliant.
See, a lot of the reviews you'll read that aren't us and aren't honest and always have an agenda and are paid by someone or think it's funny. Like we're just going to tell you how good the movie
Disney
is.
check tomorrow, so we got to be careful. Yeah.
No, but because we shit on a lot of movies.
Yeah.
And even movies we like, we shit on.
No, I shit on movies. I am known for shitting on movies.
You did not. It took you a while to come around and watch it twice. Doctor Strange, you didn't come right in and were like, "That's great." You're like, "It has a lot of problems."
Yeah,
and Thor, you were like,
there were visible problems in Doctor Strange.
Me and you both hated the ending of that movie.
I do not like Thor.
Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I won now.
Yeah, there's problems
trust me,
with that movie.
We're not Marvel fanboys that are like, "Oh, Ant-Man's rules because it's Marvel."
Do I prefer Marvel over DC
right now?
Well,
yes.
Even like character-wise, in like comic book.
Right now, yes.
Yeah. Kinda.
This era?
I kind of always have. Yeah.
Like DC's always had its standouts.
DC's great. Some of the characters in DC are awesome. I love Batman.
I was a
Batman's
DC kid.
awesome.
I liked X-Men.
I love Flash. Yeah.
When I was a kid, it was on the DC side. It was Batman, the Batman stuff basically. The
Pretty much
Joker, all of those
Yeah.
runs were amazing. And then on the Marvel side, I loved X-Men and Spider-Man. Those were like before I got super deep in the other lore.
Right.
So
before you knew who Kang was and Thanos and all this other bullshit, yeah. Like Marvel, they're both stupid. Can we agree on that? I think the whole internet can come together and agree that DC and Marvel are stupid.
Like ridiculous.
Ridiculous. They're dumb.
And
they're
not
dumb
in like
comic
a
books.
dumb bad way, but like in a absurdity.
Absurd. This is absurd.
They're
all
absurd movies.
They're absurd comic books. The source is absurd. Yeah. So I don't understand how people are like, this is bad. And it's like,
it's jumping the shark.
Clearly it's
Look at
not,
these weird
guys,
aliens.
Because Marvel's existed for 100 years.
Right.
And there's a sweet comic book run where they go into the Quantumverse, and it's awesome. And it looks exactly like this.
That's
and
the thing I don't
people forget
understand.
they're just comic book adaptations.
Right. They're just comic book movies.
But it just happens to be set in this universe, so it's like, okay, maybe we need to, again, spoilers, maybe we need to tweak, like MODOK, let's say, is
who stole the movie?
Darren Cross from Ant-Man 1.
It makes sense.
And they give that information to you in the movie, so if you didn't see that, you'd be
they
like,
even give you a 5-second
flashback
for the first one where he's in Cassie's room and he's like,
that's what I'm saying.
Cassie. Yeah.
They like show the scenes from the first one and go like, remember, here you go, here's the information.
So for the negative reviews going, man, if you just walk in, it's the first Marvel movie, which I can't believe anyone
Why
would
you do that?
Their MCU journey.
Why would you do that?
Movie 31.
Yeah. I can expect the people who say that have at least seen Endgame. Because nobody didn't see Endgame. First of all,
made almost $2+ billion.
Yeah. I want to talk about MODOK real quick because I didn't like the actor in Ant-Man 1 because he plays a smarmy douchebag in Yellow Jacket. Kind of fucking sucks, you know. But the story,
Corey Stoller.
Corey Stoller. The story is
nice.
He got shrank in the first one, right?
And deformed.
But he got shrank fucked up,
right?
So his head's really big,
but his body's
got a
really
baby
small.
body. Yeah. So he's MODOK. That tracks.
And there's an interview
man.
with Peyton Reed that said like the other version of the MODOK story There is nowhere right now in MCU where they can make it work, and fans have been begging.
They're not doing AIM.
No.
They're not doing any of that shit.
So why not?
They don't have Terrigenesis. They don't have the fucking Inhumans.
These are the things that people worry about jumping the shark or too much. Those are the things they are cutting out. Yeah. So you still get a cool MODOK without the baggage.
But he's still MODOK.
And without the baggage.
But he's still MODOK. Without the baggage. Because he's literally like, when he drops the face on, like Iron Man style, and he pops out like
the purple and
lasers, and I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like, we're getting MODOK on screen.
Accurate.
Yeah.
MODOK.
Yeah. Isn't it MODOK? Yeah. No, I could sit here and honestly repeat the jokes from the movie for an hour.
I'm just trying to understand like our fellow movie reviewers that literally
don't like this.
Well, they praise Jonathan Majors, which they should. They praise the Ant family chemistry and dynamic, which was great. They all these little people that are in the movie they praise, but they're like, overall the movie's written bad, it's a terrible movie.
Yeah.
But it's not.
I don't get that.
Bill Murray is absolute delight.
MODOK as the comic relief has some of the best lines in the fucking movie. Like, stop being a dick.
The movie knows it's a comic book movie, but not in a smell your own farts way.
Yeah, right. Yes, yeah.
It's not She-Hulk.
But in like an ironic smell your own farts
way. Right, it's
way.
not like, let's cut live to the writer's room and see how... No.
Because they do like this goop scene where there's a bunch of like stupid creatures like out of Star Wars, and it's totally like...
Yeah, that's the other thing I want to say. They did Star Wars better than the last three movies.
Star Wars, the third act of this movie is better than the new trilogy.
Yeah.
All three of them.
And it was Star Wars. Yeah. They're riding in on ships, things are blowing up. They just don't have lightsabers.
And it's like the fucking rebellion like swarming in. Yeah. No, this movie was awesome. So Jonathan Majors, killed it. MODOK absolutely killed it.
I can't say enough.
They looked... The fact that they were comic accurate and like MODOK looked unoffensive and looked perfect and true to form.
He looks ridiculous in the most amazing way possible.
Orange face.
Yeah. He's like,
and
hey guys.
It's just like, his eyes and like mouth move like kind of like independently of like the rest of his face.
It's so funny
because it's just so big.
They have this scene where he's telling you how he got formed and like how he got saved, and they pick him up and he's got this little baby ass that's like sagging with these little teeny legs.
Like
it doesn't make any sense.
Like a little baby ass. Yeah.
It's the funniest.
It's like what I would think a live action version of Gru, a kid Gru, would look like from Despicable
Oh my God,
Me.
that's funny.
Like that kind of shape almost, with the little ass hanging out. Yeah.
It was slightly oversized on the head in this one.
It was so fucking funny. It was so funny, man. Yeah.
No,
I loved it.
Cassie, I've just spaced on her
the
name.
daughter.
That was amazing.
Newton something, Elizabeth.
I forget her
something
name.
Newton. I think it's Newton something, but Stature is Cassie Lang. Stature. Yeah. The newest Ant.
She was great.
Ant member.
The Ant Fam,
which was brilliant.
There was payoff back to the last two movies in so many different ways. I will say, if you liked his comic relief crew, they were not in this movie.
His buddies.
We did
friends.
get Detective
Jimmy Woo.
Jimmy Woo was in the
Randall
movie.
Park
At least we got a small bit of him, which was good. Thank God.
I just watched the second one, and at the end he goes like, "Until we meet again," and Paul Rudd's like, "What are you talking about? Like, were you inviting me to something?" He's like, "No."
Do you want to go?
And he's like, "I'm free. You want to like grab dinner?"
The only thing I miss in this movie is, and I know why they did it, as funny as it is, they actually ratcheted down the humor. It's not a gut busting like the first
enough.
two. No, it's enough.
It hits when it does.
But the first two are like, let's go to the scene where Louise is like breaking things down, like really.
There's
none of that.
We don't get that.
We get an opening and closing monologue from Paul Rudd with like sunshine music playing, which is good enough. But if you're looking for all that team, his squad from the last two movies, and a little bit, I think, of In-Game or
because
they're not in it.
I think they purposely did that because it was like, well, we literally can't keep having them unless we give them powers,
right?
Or Ant-Man suits, and we're not doing that. No, because Louise like even makes a joke in the second one, like, "Where's my suit?"
Right?
Fart, and it's like,
no,
guys,
no, and like as long as Michael Douglas is alive,
Michael
that's
Douglas
the guy
and Michelle
in the chair.
Pfeiffer don't have suits,
right?
Yeah,
they're the guys in the chair,
right?
So we got them.
Yeah,
they're
fine. Yeah,
right.
He's still as powerful as hell. He talks to all the ants, and they
got
come in
3 ant people and 2 people in the chair, so we don't need the crew. We don't, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't hurt the movie.
No,
because 90% of
that's
the movie
not what the movie's
takes
about.
Place in the quantum.
In the quantum realm,
you get quantum realm into an Earth part that's literally maybe 7 minutes long.
I think it might be max 10 minutes,
and then back into the quantum realm until the very end of the movie where you get maybe 3 minutes. Of his monologue, dinner scene, and then it's over.
Yeah.
So like legit, out of the 2 hours and 5 minutes, and there's like 8 minutes of credits, you're probably getting an hour and 45 quantum realm.
And people
like
say
12 minutes.
There's not enough quantum realm in the movie. There's maybe 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes of Earth.
20. Yeah.
I think maybe less 15. Than 15
like 12
minutes
to 15.
on planet Earth, on the surface.
Yeah.
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 And 90% of the movie is in the quantum realm. How can you say, with Quantumania, they should have done more quantum realm?
It starts in the quantum realm with the Michelle Pfeiffer flashback scene before it even goes to Earth for a couple minutes. Yeah.
What?
I have nothing negative.
Shit.
Like, it might settle down where I'm not glowing as much about it, but I haven't. That movie reminded me of like Puss in Boots or the Bob's Burgers movie, where I was smiling and enjoying the movie from
just the whole time.
Beginning to the end.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything where I went, ugh. Never, not one time. No. It was such an enjoyable
No, unless
movie.
it was like a purposely like
groaner
of a joke.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Man, and Paul Rudd he's mastered it now. Like he is Ant-Man, like for real. Like I know he was, but I mean like he is like to Iron Man is to.
It was definitely weird
Robert
at
Jr.
the beginning. Scott Lang, his portrayal,
right?
Because like Hank Pym is like really the Ant-Man in like
Ant-Man.
the cartoons,
which
and the
is
comics
cool because
and
in
shit.
this movie they call him Ant-Man.
Yeah, they do. I was like,
so they're both Ant-Man, and I'm like, oh, it's like the comics.
Yeah.
Like, it was like so good.
Yeah,
it was whatever. I'll die on that anthill. This was a great movie.
Yeah.
It was a great movie.
Up in the ante, they did. Yeah, we didn't say that. Shit,
that's the title.
We gotta restart the whole video.
Thing.
We gotta restart. Yeah, no. What rating would you give it? Because we could talk about this movie
right now. It's over 8, but I'm not sure where.
I haven't
settled.
I would put it at like an 8, low 8.
And we didn't do the IMAX 3D, which we're gonna go back and that's how you can tell much I'll like a movie is if I go again.
I'm gonna go back. I need to see that in IMAX.
I didn't see Doctor Strange twice.
Yeah.
The last one I
mostly need to see IMAX because of how loud Bill Murray's ship was in the theater we went to.
Like the over the top on purposely loud ship. It was so
Bill
funny.
Murray's in the movie and absolutely steals the.
And
fucking
I know
scenes
there's
that
been
he's
stuff
in.
and he almost got canceled. I don't give a shit. Purely based on the performance,
it was amazing.
He stole the movie before.
It was amazing.
MODOK stole the movie.
Yeah. He sets up MODOK.
Yeah, and he sets him up.
Yeah. Fuck.
His entrance is like he's here, and then like the ship that's just like so stupidly loud, falling down.
Yeah.
Things are just crashing.
Like everything's like. Yeah.
Oh.
Can we talk about my favorite character, Broccoli Head? This is how absurd the movie is, guys.
It's Star Wars.
You can't hate a movie when they walk up to a guy and he has broccoli for head. And they reuse them 3 times in the movie.
In the funniest way possible.
And it's amazing. Yeah. Like, how can you hate a movie like that? It's absurd.
And it knows it is, but doesn't, like, again.
And I guess some of the writers worked on Rick and Morty, so that's
I believe that.
Very visible in this movie. It's like, I have some
in the best way possible.
Stuff. Yeah,
I was going to say, it's not like cringy Rick and Morty stuff. It's the best.
Like, they take the universe elements, like the in-universe.
Like the
absurd.
drink the goo.
Yeah. Broccoli head. Sure, yeah. Has nothing. There's not like a whole vegetable people.
No.
He's just got broccoli for
it's like
head.
You said it, like the one planet in Star Wars. Coruscant or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
It's like the city.
It's like a city where all of these
the quantum realm, the Kang city is Coruscant.
It's a bunch of leftovers that somehow got trapped there throughout different means, and they're all kind of refugees.
Fucking love Coruscant. Every time we go to
Amazing.
Coruscant in a Star Wars thing, I'm fucking all there. So this movie looking like Coruscant.
I would put this
awesome.
team. I would honestly give this team the art design for the Star Wars
Peyton
movie.
Reed's Star Wars.
Seriously.
Yeah, really.
Get off
Not
Peyton
kidding.
Reed's dick, guys.
Yeah.
This is a good movie.
No, the guy can make a movie. Yeah. He made 2 really good Ant-Man movies, and he's made a fucking 3rd really good.
Yeah, and
Ant-Man movie.
now everybody's going back like, oh, Ant-Man, even good movies now.
I ran home.
Reached this point?
I texted you when I got home. I'm like,
plugging in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I put Ant-Man and the Wasp on. Yeah, they have the IMAX version on Disney Plus, and I'm like, even though I've seen it 500 times, I'm like, yes,
those
dude,
movies,
hell
in my opinion, are more rewatchable because they're high-style comedy movies.
They're independent of
right. You don't have to be like, okay, this is connected to this, and if I watch this, I might as well watch this, and this.
Yeah, it's I don't even need to watch Ant-Man 1 to go watch 2. Yeah, I don't need to watch Civil War before I watch 2.
Because they reference everything that happened in his book. You could be like, oh, and if you want to see the backstory, you can. Otherwise,
if you were specifically a Paul Rudd fan, and
you don't need anything else.
I've only seen the Ant-Man movies because of Paul Rudd, and it's like, have you seen 1 and 2? Yeah. Then you can watch 3.
Yeah, then you're good.
Then you're fucking good.
Because they give you an abridged version of everything that happened between Ant-Man.
They talk about the blip.
One.
He's like narrating the fucking shit that happened.
He gives you a 2-minute
in case
narration
you missed it because it's in his book. Yeah,
it's Yeah, I can't say enough good things. And I went into the theater worried because all of the reviews were just oh, this is just so bad. It's a train wreck. It's worse than Thor. It's worse than.
At least it made sense. Yeah. At least the characters involved were all set up previously. MODOK,
there was payoff.
Kang,
there was payoff.
Stature, even all these new characters all had payoff.
They did.
And set up in their own movie. And then DC's like, Flash, Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck and Supergirl.
Retro,
and
stick characters that people
Michael
remember.
Shannon,
remember?
Yeah, Member Berries. It's Member Berries, the movie.
Is.
It's Flash Member Berries. Yeah.
They saw No Way Home and they did reshoots.
Flash
and they said,
Member Berries.
We have to do. That's why they delayed the movie. That movie, Flash,
should have come out 2 years ago.
Almost 3 years ago.
Oh,
yeah.
2 to 3 years ago. Yeah, I think 21 maybe it was supposed to come out. Yeah, which was also delayed from 2020. Yeah,
they saw No Way Home and they went, oh, we can do that. We got Michael Keaton.
Home. Yeah. No, you can't. Unless you put Christian Bale in. That's all I'll say.
But again, that's cheap. It's not a Flash movie, guys.
I know. Or not Batman.
Just like Spider-Man.
Movie.
Spider-Man No Way Home is not a Doctor Strange movie.
No, there's just 4 Doctor
Spider-Man.
Strange.
Spider-Man movie.
Doctor Strange had his own movie where that happened. Yeah.
Hell. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked, but
it's all superhero comic book movies,
It's top half of the MCU for sure.
If this is what I can look forward to for Phase 5,
it's gonna be good.
Even though the next 2 projects I'm sort of lukewarm on because Guardians, after the trailer we watched from the Super Bowl,
that one I was down, but the trailer we saw in the theaters,
I thought that was the Super Bowl trailer.
Oh, was that the Super Bowl one?
I think that was the Super Bowl trailer. It starts the same.
Okay.
Where he's like, I
didn't watch the Super Bowl one, so I didn't really
want to. I think it's the same.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll do our own maybe video on that shit because
I didn't want to get spoiled, but since we were there,
we watched
theaters.
Yeah,
so
might as well. Yeah.
I'm gonna close my eyes.
So go watch Antman. Yeah, we didn't see it in IMAX or 3D.
No, we just went to the regular because we wanted to get in there. Because the
fine.
other ones were full, and I'm like, I'd rather.
IMAX. I'm such a stickler for like good audio and I need full picture.
Yeah,
I know that widescreen bullshit. Literally, we'll go see that in IMAX. We'll get a whole different movie.
We'll probably think it's even better.
We'll get 2 extra bars of shit.
It'll look better.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm excited for. Like maybe the bad CGI that I thought was just the digital format.
I will say this: they're getting better again. There was some rough for Phase 4 CGI was a little rough.
I don't know if you caught this, but there's a part where Kang is sitting down. And if you look right here on one of his shoulders, that kind of like loops over like his arm, that like little part where it like kind of like goes like this.
Yeah, I didn't.
He has that front chest.
It's like through his arm.
I think when he stands up, the little arch on the side isn't there, and then when he's up, it's there. Blips in. Okay. Yeah. I also had a problem with effects-wise when he's zapping people. They go, "Do you want to have like an effect on that, or do you just want to delete the asset when that beam connects?" They're like, just delete the fucking asset. So when the beam connects to the fucking guys, they just disappear.
Oh, see,
there's like no effect. They're just gone.
Well, they did that cool like rip apart, like almost out of like the TVA when they were killing the guards. Like, when they were hitting them.
I saw that. That was
amazing.
Fucking awesome. But when Kang's just like blasting, they're just like, boop. No effect. They just disappear.
I didn't notice that.
That's kind of. Oh,
they'll fix it.
I'm an asshole.
The only thing I really noticed that was bad
That's
of
what
all
I thought too. I'm like, it could be opening night. We caught this digital, and that blip could have been a real thing. You know what I mean? But it could have just been my eyes were adjusting.
They'll
some
fix
shit.
it. When it comes, because there was that scene at the beginning.
Yeah.
When he shows up to take her to lunch, when they're doing like they're both.
Yeah.
And she hits the button to become the. It's slightly off by like 3 inches to where it suits her up on the green screen, and you can see it like they don't have it completely. If it's for a frame, like
that's
one
really
frame.
Funny. Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah, I genuinely think there was a couple.
But
discrepancies
because I know
like
people
that.
like to shit on
yeah,
that.
That's pure nitpicking.
Yeah,
that didn't affect my opinion
to
of
Phase 4.
Yeah, okay.
Because Phase 4 had a lot of rough CGI.
Phase 4 had, in Thor when the kid, Heimdall's kid comes in and it's like the hologram of his face.
I don't even remember.
And it looks like dog shit. I'll show you after, but it's like the worst effect. And I think maybe any movie to date.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Worse than the Black Widow green screen dive.
Yeah, actually though, yes, because that had Florence Pugh and made it amazing.
Yeah, you just have to watch her jump backwards over and over again.
That could have looked like dog shit. That could have been in front of the green screen. It'd be a great scene. They didn't have to put the background in.
I can't wait to break that you're dating her in real life. That'd be my dream come true.
Shut up! That's my hard sell. I don't even remember what I was gonna say, but they like do this like hologram magic thing in Thor, and then they do this hologram thing when Stature's like, You know, she's got to like do the speech
talking,
or whatever to like rally the troops, you know, and
very Star Wars hologram.
And it looked amazing. Yeah. Like it looked awesome. It's like this big city, all these assets moving in front, and then giant Cassie Lang.
No, they put some elbow grease on this.
There's some money in this movie. Yeah. There is let's talk about end credits, or do you want to do
we can do that.
We can do like new rock stars and
we
do a whole different video on new credits.
No.
So end credit scene, again, spoilers, you've been here this long, you've gotten spoiled.
Yeah,
so.
It's over.
Council of the Kangs, we finally get all the Kangs. We get Ramatut, which is Franklin Richards from the future who went back in time to Egypt and realized it was easy to rule Egyptians because that happened in real life, so that's the retcon. And then we have Immortus, which is just like the Thanos Kang.
Weird one.
And it talks like that.
Who was the one that looked like Cyborg from the DC?
I don't know.
Okay.
Actually, I think he might just be
like a cyborg guy.
Kang. Yeah, right. I don't know if he's anybody specific.
They made it like those are the top 3.
Again, Eric Voss will tell us on.
Yeah,
New
you
Rock
swing
Stars,
over to
so,
our boy Eric.
Our sister channel.
Yeah. They just don't know it.
Yeah,
and then
we're like a sister from another mister,
right?
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah,
the sister from a CTS. And then the very last credit scene
is a Loki season 2.
Loki Owen Wilson.
We get Loki and Owen Wilson, and Jonathan Majors is like, the beginning of time is the center of
He's got the
universe. Yeah.
That's what's on the stage.
Oh, is it?
That's what that is.
Oh.
He's got like a rudimentary version of the engine that they show in the very first scene of the movie. It ends with that scene on the engine that she sees fly in. I'm like,
that's kind of. I didn't catch that. Yeah, I was too busy looking at Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston. Yeah.
Going, wow.
You said he was a bit worse.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, Loki season 2. We should do like a
Which they said only Loki and Secret Invasion are the only 2 confirmed to air this year for shows now that Disney.
Which I'm okay with.
Disney's slowing her down.
So we get Secret Invasion soon.
I think they're gonna push that. Nope. I think we get Loki first.
Really?
Because it's gonna come right off of Antman.
Okay.
I think Secret Invasion's gonna be the fall show. I really do. I really do.
That would make sense.
We get the spring, summer.
After
will be Loki.
Guardians, after Marvels, maybe
because
Marvels leads
Loki,
into Secret Invasion.
Loki season 1 2 years ago was in May. Remember?
That would make a lot more sense.
So I think they do the same thing. They bring it back in May.
Yeah. Well, Guardians drops in May.
It'll be right after, like they did last time.
Either April or
June. What did it follow 2 years ago? That's what we need to remember.
WandaVision. Oh, Falcon and Winter Soldier, right?
No, but I mean movie-wise, because it followed whatever released in the
that
theater. Was there nothing?
I don't think there was movies that year, right? When we got
something in
Shang-Chi, maybe Eternals.
God, I gotta look that up.
Yeah,
now.
I don't know. Anyway, we're off.
Wow, you go see the movie. It's over in 8.
They've already tuned out and they're in the theater right now,
watching it.
Yeah, go now.